Hi everybody, Kenny B here, bringing you another exciting edition of Kenny B on zombie movies and TV. Season finale of The Walking Dead. Wrote down a lot of notes because we got a lot to talk about. First off, we see that the zombie preparedness plan failed. Actually, their preparedness plan in general failed. They weren't ready for the onslaught of Randall's crew if they decided to show up. And they definitely weren't fucking ready when the zombie horde overran their farm. They didn't have spare ammunition in any of the vehicles, no food supplies in the vehicles, no gasoline in the vehicles. What the fuck were they doing all that time? Sitting there with our thumbs jammed up their ass? That's what it seems like to me. Like I said, it was just complete chaos when they got overrun. Everybody's running all over the place. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. That little bastard Carl, nobody knew where the hell he was. Which brings me to our next point. Lori and her lack of parenting skills. You know, it's been a theme this season for Walking Dead that Lori maybe is not the best person to have a kid. After all, she has not kept track of where that little bastard was the entire season. And every time she tried to keep track of him, she failed. Hey, there's an execution about to happen. Where's Carl? Carl's out there watching the execution. Carl, get back in the house. There might be trouble. Oh, look, there's Dale's. Dale's dying. Whose little head pops up? Carl. So, once again, Lori, not the best person to have a kid. Hopefully, something bad happens to the one she's carrying now because she really doesn't need to have it. Also, now we're going to do the next part. Herschel's magic shotgun. You know, I fired all kinds of weapons throughout my career as a supernatural eradication specialist, but I've not had a pump-action shotgun that held as many rounds as Herschel's. Every scene, he's boom, 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 boom. Excuse me. Where the hell was the fucking magazine for that? The magazine's only that. Stock shotgun. You get 6 shots. Herschel's had 30 plus. Then one time you actually see him reload. Like I said, small miracle there. Which, another thing. It's amazing. They're bouncing around in cars, using shotguns, and still managing to get headshots at impossible distances. They're using buckshot, and they're still managing to pick a zombie off with buckshot and get a kill shot at over 30 yards. Small miracle. But, once again, this is TV. It's not supposed to be totally realistic, but every shot they fired killed a zombie. With that kind of accuracy, they could have held off that horde. But of course, we all know it's not bloody likely. Then, I think it was Jimmy John, or whatever his name was, Herschel's kid, that ends up getting killed in the RV. What the hell is he thinking? As soon as he heard on the roof of the RV, common sense would tell those two fuckers to lay on the RV and hold on for dear life while he pulls the hell out. Instead, this douchebag fucking stops, heads over to the door to check what's going on, and in come the zombies. He gets what's called the Chainsaw of Darwin. And also, how the hell did Rick and that little bastard Carl climb the hell down without the zombies noticing them? You know, these things are like seemingly on the ball 1 minute when it comes to killing somebody. Then other times they're completely like, much like the followers of the current American political systems. Also, once again we're going to go back to Lori here, because Lori definitely needs to be killed off in this show. When Rick gave her the bombshell that he had killed Shane because Shane was planning on killing him, instead of supporting him, because she knew he was right, Shane wasn't happy when Rick came back. with all the shit Shane said to her in the first season in the bunker, you think she would have said, okay, now I understand you did what you had to do. Instead, she gets all quiet and pissed off because that's one less dick for her to have. Shows you how loyal she is. She's another one, you know, you just need to go, honey, go over there for a minute and hope a zombie kills her. Which is the next part. The other bald-headed Hare Krishna Uncle Fester looking chick. Who the hell is she to get pissed off at Rick's leadership? What has she brought to the table other than, my kid's missing because I didn't pay attention where my kid was? She's another one who just needs to suck a bag of dicks and shut the fuck up. Then she's trying to turn Daryl against Rick. At least Daryl, I like him. He said Rick did fine by him. Because Daryl knows Rick's doing his fucking best. I don't always agree with what Rick did, but he does try to do what's best for the group. So, Daryl, kudos for you. Even though I'd rather you take over the group than Rick, because you have more practical sense about things. And the whole fact that they're all pissed off that he withheld that information Jenner had said, he said it flat out. They all knew Jenner was a little touched. So it was hard for Rick to actually believe him that when he said everybody was carrying whatever the virus or infection that causes people to turn into zombies. Also, the fact that if he was to tell them that, it would cause them to lose all hope. They wouldn't even try to make a difference and try to survive. So Rick had some legitimate reasons for withholding that information until he actually found out for sure that once you're dead, you get back up as a zombie. Now for T-Dog. Congratulations, T-Dog. This is the most we've heard you speak in a long time on this show. At the same time, I'm sorry for you, T-Dog. You now have competition for speaking lines. It's going to be hard, but we'll hope you get through it. The T-Dog drinking rule still applies, folks. For every line T-Dog says, you do a shot equal to the number of lines he has had in this show for that episode. Which goes on to the next thing with Andrea, who was carrying the bag of weapons that somebody forgot because they weren't keeping track of. Which the bag of weapons should have been in the vehicle, or one of them at least. She goes running off magically through the zombies, somehow getting past them all, through the forest, without tripping and falling and hurting herself, because, you know, it's that easy to see at night in a forest, to be rescued by Samurai Jack. Well, we don't know if it's Samurai Jack, but those of you who follow the comic know who it is. Who also has two interesting pets. I'm hoping she yanked the teeth out of them, but we'll see next season. All in all, it's nice to see that they're finally going and advancing the plot past the farm, which was a short story arc in the comics, but now they're about to take the prison, which will probably be another 2 seasons worth of show for the prison. Still haven't heard back yet, also, for the Talking Dead. Once again, like I said, you, my loyal fans, need to write the creators of Walking Dead and Talking Dead and tell them you want to see me on the show. I'd be a hell of a lot more interesting than some of their current interviewees for Talking Dead, because, once again, I'm a professional zombie killer. None of those people on the show are really professionals at such work. So that concludes Kenny B talking about The Walking Dead Season 2. Our next episode of this, we're going to cover the worst zombie film in all time. The positive worst, Zombie Diaries. So stay tuned for that. This is Kenny B, signing off. Take care, keep your weapons handy, and remember, the zombies are coming at the end of this year.